Today we're watching a video about a woman who charges men $500 to date her. I would say I'm a pretty good looking guy. How much should I charge people? I should charge them 50 grand.
I've made over 6 figures being a sugar baby.
Oh, okay, so she's a sugar baby. Okay, I see where this is going. A lot of people have an image in their head of what a sugar baby is. I mean, I certainly have an image. However, I wonder what type of sugar baby she is.
The most expensive thing I got from a sugar daddy was my boob job. Getting my boobs done was $10,000.
Oh my god, $10,000 for a boob job and you got that for free. I've got a question, but wouldn't it be better to get $10,000 rather than a gift? With a lot of people who live their life like that, I've noticed that they always get little gifts. Me personally, I don't want a Chanel bag. I would want 10 grand in my hand.
I have a Chanel bag that was paid for, a Dior bag, some Louis Vuittons. Today, I'm going on a blind date.
Jay's gonna be going on a date and apparently I've heard the state is very, very awkward. But yet again, why would you get a rich man to give you bags? Why don't you just take his money? Because put it this way, you could just get dupes and then they take the money and pay your rent. I'm telling you right now, I should set up a sugar baby business. I'd be making these girls millions.
My name is Lexi, I'm 24 and I live in LA. So for me, a sugar baby is going on dates with these older rich men and they pay me for just hanging out.
Okay, so that's her version of a sugar baby. I definitely have a different version in my head. I feel like there's definitely two types of sugar babies. There's the type that sleep with the men and the type that don't. She claims that she just goes on dates and hangs out with them. Does she do a bit more on the side? I mean, I've got nothing against it, however, it can be a bit dangerous and sketchy. I mean, it does sound a bit like prostitution, doesn't it?
A normal date is typically $500. I won't do any less than that.
Oh my god, look at her, she's a proper businesswoman. If you want to go on a date with me, you have to pay me $500. If she wanted to, she could go on a 2 free dates a day. She's getting 1.5 grand a day. How much is that a year? Probably like 400,000. Look at her, she's nearly a millionaire.
But a lot of times they're more. I've gone to Hawaii, I've gone to Punta Cana, I'm going to Aruba soon.
Oh my god, look at her, she's literally traveling the world with these old men. However, there usually is a twist with these things. Is she sleeping with them? I won't judge her for that. I do think that's a bit dangerous and sketchy if you are sleeping with these old men because they've got a lot of power and control over you. Also, what happens if you didn't want to sleep with one of them and then they like kicked you out? That is a thing.
I'm getting a little nervous. What if he judges me and just walks away?
Oh yeah, you also do have to think about that. This guy might judge her. I mean, put it this way, imagine dating somebody and then they like disappear for like half an hour and they've went on a date with like a 50-year-old man.
Typically, I would go for a tall, dark, and handsome. I like my man to be athletic as well.
Okay, so this is the man she wants to go on a date with, not the sugar daddies. The sugar daddies are probably 80 years old, by the way.
I'm Nick. I'm 29 years old. I like someone who's active, likes to get outside, like someone who's got an open mind, a little bit of, can roll with the punches. How you doing?
It sounds like the girl you're mating. But yet again, imagine dating someone who literally is a sugar baby. It's like, oh, do you meet her sugar daddies? How often is she going on dates with these men, holidays, etc.? Imagine literally telling your mum, oh yeah, my girlfriend's on holiday with this 90-year-old man. Like, it's a bit awkward, isn't it?
Nice meeting you.
Me too, as
Oh.
well. I'm Nick.
Oh my god, look at them. They gave each other a proper hug. I won't lie, I've never been in a date. I think dates are very, very awkward. I'm just not much of a dating person. I don't want to be in a relationship. However, I'd love to be a sugar baby.
I live in Hollywood.
Thank you. Me too.
Are we neighbors?
Are we neighbors?
Oh my god, I've just thought about something. If they live close to each other, they could be sugar babies together. He could get the old woman, she could get the old man.
I found out that I was 6% Scottish. Yeah, that's just a great thing to hear because, like, I never knew why I was able to do it like that.
Oh my god, please don't tell me it's one of them guys. Look, I love American people. I think they're amazing. However, something that grinds my gears is whenever an American finds out they're like 2% Irish or Northern Irish and they're like, oh my god, I'm Irish American. Maybe your relatives like 500 years ago. I was gonna say Joe Biden's like that, but I swear his granny was like Irish, like his mum was Irish or like his granny or something like that. I've only been to America once and all the Americans love me because like obviously I'm Northern Irish. This man claims he's 6% Scottish, but is he really Scottish? I mean, it was a good Scottish accent.
That's a good accent.
Are
It
you,
was.
Acting as well, though?
Part-time, but I also have another career.
Oh god, she's gonna open about the career. Let's see his reaction. You know, some guys are open about it, they don't care, but then some don't like it. I mean, put it this way, she's bringing in thousands of pounds a month, you might as well go along with it.
I used to work as a bottle server back in Jersey when I lived there, and I would find like older men there, and obviously they're rich if they're getting bottle service.
So basically what you do is just flirt with them and then they give you money. In a way, I kind of feel bad for the men because like, oh, it's a bit like, I don't know how I feel about it. It's like sad, but then it's like money. I don't know. I feel like a lot of times these older men have like loads of money and not really a lot of friends or family members or like people to spend time with. So they get a bit lonely and pay these pretty women to hang out with them.
That's how I would get sugar daddies back then. And then now here I have certain websites that I go on.
What are these websites? I need to find these websites out immediately. I'd be making bank. I'm telling you, I'd be a multi-millionaire off these sugar daddies.
I've made over 6 figures being a sugar baby.
Okay, so 6 figures is over 100,000. So she's made less than $1 million, but over 100 grand. How long has she been doing this for? That's like a good amount of money. Oh my god, how many dates is she going on if she's charging over 500 per date?
I'm a sugar baby.
That's it. Oh. As a career.
It's a career.
He seems a bit intrigued. He's like, trying to do something, baby, get me into it.
Well, it's definitely a full-time job. Did you move here to do, or you came here
No.
because of?
Oh god, he's got a lot of questions. He's a bit confused like me. Yeah, again, imagine being in a date with someone there like, oh yeah, I'm a sugar baby. Me personally, I'd probably be put off them. Because I'd be thinking in the back of my head, oh, they're only with me for my money. Which is kind of true. These women are usually around older, welfare men, you know, for the money they're getting paid to do it. Obviously, I understand why she does, you know, go get your bag. But then I kind of feel bad for the old man.
Like, what's he like?
I have a few. So it's basically just going on dates.
Okay.
Like, I don't do anything wild.
Okay, so she said she doesn't do anything wild. Okay, that's good. At least we know she's not a prostitute.
But we just go on dates and they pay me to hang out.
Obviously, like, that sounds good and innocent, but I don't know. Ooh, I feel like there's a bit more to the story. I mean, yet again, LA is filled with millionaires. Oh my god, imagine me in LA. I'm so sorry, but that would be wild.
I can get $300 just to go to dinner with somebody.
See, that actually is true because I know people who've done that. Yeah, again, what is the website? Because I want to figure out who these men are. It's like, I feel like I'd be like, oh, you know, I just need a new bag. Or, oh, you know, pay my rent this month, and they do it.
I wish I was pretty.
Well, do you want to know something? Why don't you get involved? She could go with the men, you could go with the older women.
It does get a little draining sometimes
Yeah.
because you have to give your energy to all these people.
Oh, come on, don't do this rubbish. You literally go sit there and pretend you love them and then get a bit of money. I can't stand it whenever people are like, oh, it's a bit mentally draining, you know, being a sugar baby. You literally get paid $500 a day to go and sit with a man for an hour.
I've got a lot of sugar babies myself. Yeah, but I have a specific type. They have to be covered in fur.
Is his sugar babies like furries? Is this man a furry?
But I will squeak at them and they'll bark back at me and stuff like that.
Can't with you.
Oh god, this is a bit that I hate about dates. Oh, it's awkward. It's like, oh, I don't want to watch this. Yet again, I've never been in a date and I couldn't go on a date because of that. Because with me, I wouldn't laugh. I'd just be like literally, I'd just give them like a really dirty look.
You like dogs?
Yeah, I have a dog.
What kind?
A Shiba.
Sheebs?
What is a Shiba dog? I'm gonna put a photo up on the screen right now of what a Shiba dog. I swear if it's one of them ankle biters, them dogs scare me. Like, I don't know why, I kind of have a fear of very small dogs. 9 times out of 10 they're lovely, but there's that 1% that are just like violent. They're kind of like Karens, like they're basically ankle biters.
I think it's going good. I feel like he doesn't care that I'm a sugar baby.
Yeah, he might not seem like he cares, but he might be judging you. But then yet again, maybe he wants a bit of money. This date is just very, very awkward. Imagine literally going to a date and saying, oh yeah, I'm a sugar baby.
I am wondering if he's gonna care in the long run or if he's just putting up a little front right now.
I mean, yeah, you do have to think about it. Like, she can't really be doing it forever, or can she? Obviously, she's a very pretty woman, so I understand why, you know, she's got a lot of, you know, clients. However, what happens if next week, like, all her clients die, like, you know, oh, her looks go downhill? I know it sounds cruel, but it's the truth. You know, is this sustainable? This is why you need to get the cash, honey. This is why you shouldn't take bags. You shouldn't take holidays. You should grab the cash.
What are you looking for from me?
Imagine she turns around, she's like, $500. That's all I want, darling.
Just a normal type of relationship. No sugaring here.
I literally love how this is their first date and they're basically making it out like they're gonna be with each other forever. Imagine he turned around and is like, oh yeah, you won't get any sugaring out of me because he ain't got any money, sunshine.
Is it hard to find a date though when you do what you do? I mean, you were very open about it.
It is a little bit of a struggle because people are so easy to judge it.
I mean, yeah, but you also do have to understand why people would judge you. You've basically sat down and say, yeah, I go on dates with old men for money. You know, that's how I make my income. People are probably gonna look at you and think, oh god, she's a bit of a slapper. It's the same with like adult stars. It's like, obviously they do that. They're allowed to do that. Like, they're their own people. However, there are gonna be partners out there that'll look at that and think, oh, that's a bit cheap. But you wanna know something? Who cares if they're judgmental? She's walking around with Gucci and £10,000 boob implants.
Because they don't really know anything about it
Yeah.
and they think it's something that it's completely not.
I mean, yeah, I kind of agree with her on that bit. Like, whenever you think of sugar babies, you probably do think of like high-class prostitute. Which, you know, some do that. However, I don't think she does that. Allegedly, she said she didn't. I really want to meet the men. It's like, are they mentally unstable? Do they have wives? Because I do know some men do it behind their wives' backs. Also, where are they getting this money? Like, where can I literally sign up?
I've only had 2 relationships, and that was before I started sugar daddy dating. Dating is a little bit of a struggle because they don't always want to see you go on dates with these men. Even though nothing is going on, really, they know it's just dates and money, they still are like uncomfortable with that.
Yeah, probably due to jealousy though, and I can understand that. I mean, imagine literally being in a relationship with someone and then she gets dolled up to go out on a date with like an older man, and you're kind of sat in the living room, you're like, oh yeah, have a great time. I wonder what her family thinks. Yet again, it's not illegal, you know, as long as she's not being harmed, I've got no issue with it. But I just think it's so interesting. Just the fact that like people will pay beautiful women like her to be around them for a couple of hours. It also is kind of sad though, isn't it?
What have people said to you when you mentioned that?
Well, sometimes they just don't want to talk to me at all. They think of it as like prostitution, and even though it's not, because you're not doing anything with them.
As you claim, it's not like that. However, it is like that for some people. People probably will view you as like a cheap woman. And I know that's really cruel to say, but it is the truth. You know, people are gonna look at you and think, oh, you literally hang around with millionaires, that's your lifestyle. But then yet again, she is walking around with £10,000 boobs and in Gucci.
It's kind of hard to get like positive reactions like how you had one. Like you were cool about it. A lot of people are not.
Probably because he's got no money. He's thinking, do you want to do something? I'm skint, mate. She ain't gonna get any sugarness out of me. I could understand why somebody maybe has a lot of money could feel the way that she says people feel. Her lifestyle is basically her hanging around with rich men. And then if she goes on a date with a rich man, they're gonna assume she only wants her money.
And they think it's cheating.
I mean, is it cheating? I don't know. I guess in a way it's not because it's like a job. But then if they do go a bit further, but then it's also kind of like an emotional connection because like you're on a date and it's like, oh, they're kind of paying you for your time. I don't know. It's a very sketchy thing that I personally want to get into. Like, oh my god, imagine what money I'd make. I'd be a millionaire.
How did the date go?
Well, how did the day go?
I think it went good.
Yeah? I think it went fantastic.
Oh god, look, the date went really well. It was pretty awkward, but you want to know something? It went well.
When do you think you'll see each other again?
I'm hoping you might want to go dog walking, hiking sometime this week.
Yeah.
Maybe she could take you along in a sugar daddy date. It could be a freeway date.
The day went really well. He's really funny. He likes the gym. He boxes. And he's Italian, which is great. And he accepted me.
And he's also 6% Scottish. Don't forget about that. Should I try to do a Scottish accent? He's 6% Scottish. That's a horrible accent.
I think we had a connection there. I feel like we're both really attracted to each other. So I think it could work. This dating experience taught me that not everyone is going to be judgmental. Some people are actually willing to accept you for who you are and what you do.
I'd say 0.01% of people. Most people probably will judge it. But you want to know something, girly? You do you. Well, anyways, guys, let's leave that video there. That's a girl who charges people $500 to go on a date with her. Did she charge him? Did he have to pay $500? I mean, I can't say I don't blame her. Look at her. She's making proper money off it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see me watch more videos like this, let me know definitely will. Press the big red subscribe button and see you all tomorrow for another video.